I don't know, y'all. Wait, I think this is kind of eating.
One of them ones.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ciera, and whether this is your first time here or you're back for more, I'm so glad that you're here today. And today we're doing a full get ready with me. I'm headed to an all-white dinner social party today, and I'm super excited. And I'm also going with some girls that I recently just met in the DMV, so this will be our first time out. It is currently 5:20. I need to be leaving here at like 6:10, so we are a little pressed for time, but we are still gonna do a get ready with me. I did my brows, and for my brows, I used the Morphe definer pencil, clean it up with the LA Girl Pro concealer, and I used the NYX brow gel to hold them in place. We're gonna get into the face. I'm thinking something very simple since we're doing an all white look and a lot of gold jewelry, also because I'm pressed for time. So 2 birds, 1 stone. So I also went ahead and put some sunscreen on my face, but I'm gonna go ahead and clip my hair out the way just in case it doesn't stay behind the ear the entire time. I'm actually trying a flat twist out on my hair. It kind of air dried. I was able to sit under the dryer for about 20 minutes. There was a ton of traffic coming home, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna have any time at all, but we are gonna start off by going in with the One Size Oil Sucker Primer. I mainly use this on my nose just because this will really mattify your face and dry it out, and my nose gets pretty oily, so I don't put too much on there, just a little bit, and spread it out evenly over my nose. While that is drying down, I'm going in with a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep and just kind of setting the concealer that I put under my eye to clean up my eyelid area, just so there's no creasing going on. Like I mentioned earlier, we're kind of strapped for time, so I'm not going to do a ton of an eye look. And if I'm honest, I used to do eye looks a ton during COVID. Me and my best friend would actually like practice our makeup on FaceTime together, and once COVID ended, we were kind of back in the real world and life just happened, college happened, and so I wasn't doing as many eyeshadow looks, which led to me kind of losing the touch of eyeshadow looks, and that's something I really want to get back into. Starting with buying more palettes, so if you have any palette recommendations, would love to hear that in the comment section. But now that my eyelids are kind of set in place, I am gonna go in with the Juvia's Place Bronzer Duo. I'm gonna take the darker shade, which as you can see is one of my favorites. I actually use it for bronzer as well, but I'm just going to take a little bit of that and add it to my crease just to add a little bit of dimension. And if I'm looking to the side, it's because the mirror is right behind the camera. For now, I'm literally just throwing this on my eyelid, and then I'll have a little chance to clean it up if we have a little time at the end just to deepen it maybe a little bit with another shade. But after that, now that my nose is kind of dried down, and you can tell it really dries down, I am gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip. I'm kind of between using the Milk and this e.l.f. one. This one is really sticky. It's actually a little bit stickier to me than the Milk Hydro Grip one. I think I'm just gonna go in with this for now. Well, not for now. We're going in with this today, and just spreading that over my face. And I try to bring that up under my eye. It helps a little bit with no creasing. So I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize my lips with a little bit of Aquaphor just so they aren't dry. Nobody wants crusty lips. And I'm gonna give my primer a few minutes to dry down just a touch while I text my friend back. Okay, so now that this is kind of dried down, I actually got a new product the other day from e.l.f. and I don't have a ton of dark spots, but I do have a healing dark spot of here. It was kind of like a chemical burn, kind of sorta, but I got this like color corrector from e.l.f. and I wanted to give it a try, and hopefully that works. And then I don't have too much other discoloration, a little bit around my mouth. Hopefully that goes well. And I'm going in, and hopefully this product works well on my skin tone. We'll see. Okay, I definitely can see how it blended it out and made it a little bit more neutral around the areas, so we'll see. Tell me what you guys think. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. I am in the shade 9.5, in case you're my shade twin. And I'm using the Sephora Collection Pro Foundation 47 brush. This is just like a painter brush, and I really like it. And I'm gonna blend this out with the Real Techniques 213 Foundation Blender brush. Just off rip, I definitely noticed the orange color corrector around my mouth was good. You can normally kind of see the discoloration through the blurring balm, and so definitely be using that again, especially around the mouth area. I'm gonna kind of bring this down underneath the face and up into the hairline a bit. Next, I like to go in with the House Labs. This is in the shade 500, Deep Neutral. And I don't know if you guys watch any online, but she used this combination and I finally was able to shade match myself and get the right combo. And I've low-key been hooked ever since. I don't wear foundation all the time. Most of the time I just do a concealer full face, especially with the hotter months coming up. And so I definitely use this a little bit more when I'm like going out. If you guys follow me on TikTok, which if you don't, you should, I talked over there about like moving to a new city and kind of not having friends. So honestly, for the first couple of years that I lived up here, first off, the first year I lived up here for work, I traveled. So I actually wasn't in the DMV a whole ton. Definitely was wasting rent looking back, but I got to travel a ton for work, which was really cool. However, I didn't make a ton of friends who lived here because I was working a ton and I made a lot of friends with the people at my job, but most of them live overseas now. So all that to say, now I am finally getting out there, making new friends, which I can definitely talk about in a vlog or in an upcoming video. But I'm going out with a group of girls tonight. It's 4 of us total. I'm really excited just to not be a homebody today, get out the house and do fun girl things, you know? So next I'm gonna go in with 2 blushes, another trick I got from Any. These are the Huda Beauty Juicy, what are these called? Liquid blushes, and this is the one Black Cherry. It's a little bit of a deeper color, and as you can see, I'm running out. I got a trial size just to see if I like the shade, and I will definitely be going back for a bigger size. And then I combine that with the Strawberry Cream shade, which is a little bit more of a lighter pink, but together it makes the perfectly like shy schoolgirl blush look, especially for darker, deeper skin tones like myself. Ooh, I'm dropping everything. So I'm gonna blend that out with the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I definitely want to get a little bit better at makeup and try different things. So if there's any product recommendations that you guys have or any techniques I should try, let your girl know in the comment section. So as you can see, it's just like a tint of blush, not too much, and then I can go back in with some powder blush and add a little bit more based on the full look. Next, I'm gonna go in with the House Labs Triclone Concealer. This has quickly become one of my favorite concealers. One thing I like about this concealer is it also photographs really well. So, and I am in the shade 43. Am I the only person that feels like when I'm putting on concealer, my mouth just automatically opens? Concealer, mascara, like I just can't help it. My mouth just opens, y'all. And then I typically like to combine that with my other favorite. This was my favorite for a very long time. It's the Kosas concealer. I'm in the shade 8.N, but they're pretty identical. I'm going to blend that out with the Morphe M135 brush, but I'm gonna let it sit for just a second. I got hip, I learned a lot from TikTok truly, but I got hip to blending out concealer with a brush from TikTok. I haven't used a beauty blender in months. I sometimes use it on the edges just to blend everything together, but y'all, I never looked back, truly. One thing I like about this brush is it has a lot of grooves that can really get into that inner corner. I like to blend it up and outward just because I have very high cheekbones. Everybody in my family has we have the same cheekbones on my mom's side, and that's how we all basically look the same and related, is because we have the same cheekbones. I also like to blend it out with the Morphe 242 brush. This is another concealer brush that I also use interchangeably that I really love. The only thing about this brush is sometimes it will leave streak marks, so definitely don't let it drag. But I like to go back in with the brush I used on my foundation, just around the edges. I'm not huge on a big nose contour, I'll be honest. I kind of like the shape of my nose. I know that's like a hot topic right now, but I like my nose. So I kind of like the shape of it. I try not to do too much that's gonna change the shape of it. Next, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. bronzer and contour, and this is in the shade 10 Rich. I like just got it and tried it out last night for the first time. I'm going to blend this out with a e.l.f. buffing foundation brush, and I like to kind of blend it up. I'll be honest, I'm really new into like contouring. I'm more of like a powder bronzer girl, but this kind of ate down last night. I cannot, yay. I don't know guys, I kind of like that. Last night I tried a new under eye baking powder that I had for a minute, like months, and didn't use, and I actually really love the look of it. But to start off, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is in the shade Translucent, and I like for that to be the first thing I set my under eye with, especially really close up there. And this is like a Morphe triangle puff. Now that that's in there, next I go in with the Huda Beauty. It's like a purple powder. I think this is in the shade Ube Birthday Cake. And this is like a purple powder, which no lie, when I first got it, I was like, what the heck? But I like the way it doesn't look purple when it goes away. So I will admit I did just put a lot on, but just hoping that it comes out correctly. And then on the rest of my face, I'm gonna go back in with the Laura Mercier in translucent powder. While that is kind of setting in, I'm gonna take the Juvia's bronzer and just dust that around the outside of my face. And I'm gonna use the Real Techniques 400 brush. As you can see, the Real just slightly darker bronzer to kind of bring everything back into place. I've honestly never hit pan on a product before, so the fact that I hit pan on this tells me everything I need to know. No lie, normally I would put on some lashes, but I'm kind of running to the end of my get ready time, so I am going to use mascara. And this is the Sephora Collection Size Up mascara. It actually came in like a little, like those little kits, not kits, but like the little bags that come out around the holiday time, Christmas time. And my dad got it for me. I've kind of just been using it ever since and I really like it. I will say it's very tough to take off, which tells me that it has some real good staying power. I often find when I am taking off my makeup at the end of the night using coconut oil, it's very hard to get off. And then I'm gonna also use that on my bottom lashes. You know who has the perfect bottom lashes to me? Jackie Aina. Her lashes are like what the girls go to get with lash extensions when they get bottom lashes to me. Except I heard that bottom lash extensions hurt. My lash tech in Greensboro, when I was really getting lash extensions all the time, would always be like, Ciera, do you want to get the bottoms? And I was like, girl, I'm scared. So I'm gonna let that dry down, and then if I possibly need to put some on a little bit later, I can do that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Real Techniques 200 brush to wipe away the powder underneath my eye, making sure to really gotta love the city. I am going to go in with the Juvia's Place Blush Duo, and this is the powder. I'm going to go in with the orange one a little bit and just add a little bit of blush, just to bring that out a little bit more. And I think the next time I do my makeup, I'm gonna try the liquid blush underneath. I was originally gonna do it, but I was like, it might be too much, I don't know. So I'm gonna try that the next time I do my makeup. I'm also going to take a little bit more of that bronzer that I used at the very beginning, just to blend out the color a little bit more with the rest of the powders. I'm gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Refresh Spray and just freshen up all those powders that I just put on my face. And as you can see, the powders look completely refreshed. Everything doesn't look so powdered donut as the guys on TikTok like to say. Not that we really listen to guys anyways. And then I'm gonna go in with the You Can Be All Day Fixer. This is like my new favorite setting spray. Oh my gosh, this really mattifies your face and it has no transfer whatsoever all night long. And I put a lot of it, a lot more than I should. And this is me also hoping my hair is completely and utterly dry because it's time for takedown. So while that continues to set in, I am gonna start taking down my hair. I can do a tutorial, but honestly I followed another tutorial I found online, and so until I really tweak and get this completely right, considering this is my first time, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a tutorial anytime soon. I will link the tutorial that I followed down below, but I'm just gonna take a little Olaplex number 7 and put that all over my hands so that we can minimize as much frizz as possible, front, back, side to side, on the Lord King Jesus usher die. And just in case we never told ya, I'm gonna put some oil on all the twists. But yeah, that random song was from like this like mixtape that somebody on the corner gave that we somehow got when I was a kid, and it just like stuck in our heads. Truly, we knew it word for word, bar for bar. So I'll go in the way that I twisted it up this morning, y'all. I'm low-key scared because if this doesn't turn out right, I seriously will I don't have a backup plan. So oh my gosh, I'm scared. Okay, it's probably fine. I just want to like, okay, Okay, I guess that doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna add some more oil to my hands. I also think because my nails are long, that's not really helping my case either. But I'm gonna like twist it around the other way. This is a little damp, I cannot yai. And then maybe I can diffuse it a little bit. I don't know, y'all. This is, wait, I think this is kind of eating. Okay, some more oil. Definitely not 100% dry. Which, don't blame that on the tutorial, blame that on me, because in the tutorial, she actually recommended sitting under the dryer. She was like, this is not an air dry style, but I had to leave the house. So, no lie, I kind of like this. It gives a little flexi rod. Adding a little bit more oil. Actually, I'm gonna take out this side because I twisted this side first. Like I did the first 3 sections. I'm definitely supposed to be leaving the house in 9 minutes. Ooh, okay. Definitely don't rush when taking this out like I am, because it will definitely show. I'm gonna use a little bit more oil. I'm gonna move to the back. So this is what this side looks like. And then I think we have 3 more twists back here. And here is what it's looking like from the front. I think it looks pretty good. There's definitely a little bit of frizz from the pieces that didn't quite dry. And this is what the back looks like. So next time, if I end up doing this again, which I probably will give it a try again, definitely going to be sitting under the dryer, or at least keeping it in more than 6 or 7 hours, because my hair is really thick. It takes a long time to dry, honey. But I am going to get dressed and I'll be right back. Pause, how could I forget my lip? So I wanted to try this lip combo that I saw on TikTok by Vanessa Guima. I feel like I definitely butchered that. If I did, sorry girl. I'm going in with the lip liner Coin Collector by One Size. And then on the inside, she went in with the Juvia's Place A Mauve Moment. She said not to put a ton in the middle. And then I'm gonna go back in with that lip liner really quickly. I feel like my lighting just completely changed in here. And then she went in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Lippy in Ooh Baby. And this honestly looks very pink, but it shows up pretty clear. And this is what the lip looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm all dressed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the montage, but I wanted to tell you guys where everything is from. Everything's from Amazon, I think. Rings from Amazon. This is all from Amazon. This is from H&M. This like heart open bracelet. And then these rings are from Amazon as well. The vest is from Amazon. The skirt, I believe, is from Amazon, as well as the shoes. So everything brought to you by Jeff Bezos, honey. I ended up using the Zara Red Temptation Summer Scent, as well as the Being French. I hope I'm saying that right. The Being French Solar Floor. This has been my recent obsession, no lie. I'm choking. So this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what products you guys want me to try the next time, or new techniques. I hope that you guys like the outfit. As always, everything will be linked in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.